Okay, so this is gonna be my first review ever on video. So I'm gonna be reviewing the Xenns Top Pro, and what comes in the box is going to be this carrying case. I don't use it because I personally use a different kind of carrying case that for a couple of IMs, but it comes with this. Looks like it's like a cloth, even smaller case. I think this is just for the IMs. I'm not sure if the cable fits in it. I can try, I guess. You shove it in there, it'll fit. But let's see if you would want to use that. This thing, this Velcro sticks on it a lot, so if I guess if you want it to be easier, just take it off. It comes with this little thing, so you like a clip on, and it comes in with three other kinds of tips. It says sound balance, strong atmosphere, and frequency cohesion. They're different colors, so they're easy to tell apart. And this one says sound isolation and noise reduction. They're basic. They're just foam tips. I didn't try. I tried to put these ear tips in. They didn't fit the greatest for me. I tried a couple different pairs of ear tips, and the only ones that fit me really well and I got a good seal with was the AET 08. And I had to use medium small. The small still had sound leakage. With other ear tips on my left ear, I had a lot of sound leakage overall, and if it doesn't seal, yeah, I got no bass. I would say the positives of this IM is going to be the balanced sound. It has, for me, non-peaky treble, but some people say the lower treble, the lump there, uh, they notice it. I don't know. It depends if you're sensitive or not to that region. Personally, I'm not. And let's see, I personally think it has relaxing tuning. It has really good text and imaging. The packaging, I think the packaging is really good. It comes with a bunch of stuff. The cable's decent. It doesn't have a lot of memory. Um, I like that it comes with Velcro because I personally like how organized it makes it feel versus it just goes everywhere. And since the carrying case I use it to organize it as well. But it doesn't have memory. It feels okay. I think it's pretty. The cable itself, it's a nice whitish silver. It, I don't think it comes with. Hold on. Oh, it has this. I haven't tried it, but if you guys like that, then that's there. I just tied it myself. Whoops. So it stays pretty nice there by itself. And it came with a 3.5 and a 4.4, and it also comes with a 3.5 to 6.5. So that's pretty neat. And it comes with its QC card, warranty card, and whatnot. Um, I think, in my opinion, there's no the tuning is non-offensive. I think it's a pretty safe sound. The the cons would be it's not very engaging, so it's not a very fun sound, and the bass dynamics I think are rather lacking, and the female vocals are a little bit too relaxed, in my opinion. Um, but as an all arounder, I think it's a very good IEM. First, I didn't have any problems per se on any genre. It's just some genres lack the excitement that I like to hear, like a EDM, for example. That the bass dynamics just weren't there, and I didn't feel a lot of attack. Um, but the sub bass was pretty decent. The only issue with the sub bass was, like I said, the dynamics. What else? The mids were decent. Everything with like the timbre and whatnot. It sounded pretty natural to me, and nothing sounded metallic. So there was no BA timbre or anything like that for me. Um, the male vocals sounded really good, so I give the vocals. For the males, I think was a lot better than the females vocals. Like I said, the females sounded a little bit too relaxed, but not that they were lean or anything. It, all the vocals sounded full, the instruments sounded full. My only issue was that the female vocals are too relaxed, so lack of energy, essentially. Um, Classical music sounded great because it's a balanced sound, so nothing really sounded woody or metallic. You know, it wasn't lean sounding. Everything sounded like it had body, and it's not a warm tuning. It just has enough to make it sound full. So I didn't have to worry about it being too lean personally. Um, for the treble is very smooth to me, but I will say I've never had issues with treble in any IM so far. I didn't have any fatigue or anything too peaky. Like for the IE600, a lot of people find it fatiguing, and I don't find that fatiguing at all. I don't find it peaking. I actually find that to be the most fun treble I've ever had in an IM. So I will take that with a grain of salt. But the treble to me on this IM was very, very smooth. Uh, like the whole tuning across the board is very relaxed. I didn't have see anything stand out from any of the tuning perspective. The bass didn't cover up the mids or the treble, and the mids didn't cover up anything, and nothing really stood out from each other. And for instrumentals, everything was came together really nicely. Nothing was very like with a lot of things happening at the same time. You could tell apart everything. Nothing muddled up each other, and and then the separation was really nice too. And I found the detail retrieval to be very nice as well. I was able to tell the nuances in the vocals, so whenever in certain tracks, I can hear the vocalist like whenever they were breathing and whenever they put the lips together. I found that very odd because I haven't really had that with an IM, and I used this IM for about a week nonstop with the typical music I listen to it, and I was able to hear details in the music I was listening to that I usually don't listen to. Like when I use with the IE600, a lot of people say it's very detailed, but I think it's just because of the treble. Um, I usually hear with the IE600, I usually hear details in the treble response, but I don't hear the details in any other of the responses, like the mids or the bass. Whereas with the Top Pro, I was hearing details I haven't heard before in in the bass and the mids. Um, and even in the treble, I still heard everything I hear in the IE600 in the treble with the Top Pro. So I thought that was really good, and they're able to do that for a lot less treble. Like for this was a lot more relaxed than the IE600 in the treble. Compared to the other meta IEMs like Cranier Meta, this is way more relaxed. The Cranier Meta is a lot more fun. Um, and the Cranier Meta's bass is a lot more exciting, and so is the treble. But the vocals are a little too recessed. It's not. It's a lot more of a V-shaped sound than the Top Pro. And the bass dynamics on the Meta is also a lot better. The detail retrieval, it's around the same. I would say I will still give the upper hand to the Top Pro and the detail retrieval, but the Meta I think does it very well as well. The only issue I have with the Meta is the mids, and the Meta I feel like is a lot more of a specialist set. I love the Meta with bass oriented tracks or metal, because with metal it has a lot more grittiness to it, and with the guitars, the brutal guitar riffs, you get a lot more of that. Whereas with this, it's a lot more clean and natural, and I thought that was fine, but my preference is a lot more grittiness in the guitar riffs. Um, what other I am? The Mega, I think the Top Pro is a lot better than the Mega 5 ESD, and the reason being is because for me the Mega, the boost, the bass boost is very like boomy. I think it's too much bass for what the IM really is, and it doesn't sound like good bass. It just sounds bloated. It bloats so much that sometimes it starts interfering with the mids. And vocals wise, um, they're both natural, and I would say they're both pretty much around the same in how the vocals are presented. They're very relaxed, natural. The treble on the Mega is tamed as well, but it doesn't have the details that I perceive with the Top Pro. I don't think I'm missing anything else. Um, the cable, I guess. I wouldn't swap out the cable for an aftermarket cable like I have to do with other items. I thought this cable is good enough. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. Well, if you guys have any criticism, let me know. This is my first video, so I am trying to improve. All right. Thanks, guys.